Hi, and welcome to this new moon live stream, or if you're watching this in a video, welcome. We've got a lot to talk about. The new moons form the template for the entire lunar cycle to build upon. So understanding the relevant aspects and qualities of the new moon can help you to plan your activities and your energy for the upcoming month. So we're going to talk about astrology and numerology this new moon. Five things, it's actually a super new moon. Five things that we need to know about. We have exercises appropriate for. I'll turn the pings off. I have divination cards, and that's basically what we have. So if you're watching this as a video, we're going to get started in a minute. I give the live people a minute or two to get their notification. I need a little water too. Yeah, I just finished up 4 hours of reading, so my voice is, my throat's a little bit off. But anyway, hi Roseanne, Mikel. Oh, let me. There I can see again. Hi Roseanne, Mikel, Horses, Michael, Lisa, Anna, and yeah, we're starting a little bit late on a Friday, so most of you are going to be seeing this as a video anyway. Hi Huda, Namah Shivaya, welcome. Thank you for that blessing and that greeting. So I'll talk about this at the end too, but one quick thing I wanted to mention, that Sunday's tarot time is going to be 12 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time rather than the usual 11 o'clock, because I have a late night and then we lose the hour also. So hello Cranky Pants, hello Claire, hello Anna. Some people are starting to find us. Very good. So it's basically that. So let me excuse me. Like I said, I've been doing readings and talking for the last four plus hours or so. So bear with me. My voice is a little bit off and a little hoarse right now. Ivan, good evening. You found us. Very good. All right. So big new moon. This is a super new moon. This is actually the largest new moon of the year. Next new moon is going to be even bigger because that's the big solar eclipse. And because it's a super moon and the moon is large in relationship to the sun, it's a total eclipse rather than a ring of fire, an annular eclipse. That's almost 4 minutes long down in Texas, and up in New York, it's going to be about 3.5 minutes long, the totality. So that's really, really, really good. Really, really great stuff. But, it's a super new moon. So the moon's closer, the effects are a little bit stronger. That's really all that means. The moon just happens to be at this perigee during the new moon phase. This is coming in at 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Sunday morning. We're actually going to do Saturday night at 8 o'clock with Heather Istara. We're going to do some new moon activations. I hope you can join us for that also. I work with the master teachers, so they work with my frequencies, and I'm leading the process in the meditation. They're able to access your energy fields and help to clear things out and to upgrade your well, I shouldn't say they upgrade, but they assist you in upgrading your own energy fields, basically. And a lot of people feel the energies or whatever. And then Heather does a very wonderful healing and clearing meditation and an activation also. So that's tomorrow. So anyway, new moon, 3:10, 5 a.m., happening at 20 degrees Pisces. So this is the last of the 20-degree new moons, a series of 5 of them. And then the degrees are going to start to change, during the summer months. Then when we get to the next late fall and winter, it usually hangs around the same degree point on the new and full moons. That's just based on the distance of the Earth from the sun more than anything. But in any regards, 20 degrees is the awakener. We talk about 20 degrees a lot because the last 4 new moons have all been at 20 degrees. It's about awakening. This is the sign Pisces, the subconscious. This is really about cleansing, clearing, and purging. As I've been mentioning all winter, that the whole winter is part of a great purge in preparation for the next phase of awakening or expansion into higher dimensional awareness, I should say. Very important. And as I've mentioned in the past, March is going to be the peak. So this is a really, really big moon. The next new moon is going to be a total eclipse. In this lunar phase, we have a lunar eclipse also. So it's a 12 universal day. That would be March the 10th, which is going to be pretty consistent through the globe, except Hawaii will be 6 hours. Hawaii and points west, it'll be the 9th, but the rest of the world it's the 10th until you get to the international date line. That is so. The number 12, it's 3, so it's expansive, but 12 is also the hangman or the pause. So the energies of that and whatever aspects are happening. Now, I mentioned right at the beginning that the new moons form the template of the entire lunar cycle. So if you know exactly what's happening on the new moon, then that's you're going to build upon during these next 29 days of the different lunar phases. The waxing moon, the full moon, then the waning moon. Knowing how these aspects hit your personal chart would be of great benefit. But we can talk about this more on a universal level. So it's for everybody, it's a 12-day. Sometimes it's about a pause. Again, this is a time to really plan, to clear. We're going to be coming into the next Mercury retrograde about midway through the cycle. That's the approach to the retrograde. That doesn't actually happen till April the 1st. So that's going to happen. There's also a difficult square between Mars and Uranus happening. Now, see where that happens in your sector, but make sure that your actions are aligned with your values. Don't see, I have everything in notes because I know I forget. Don't let anyone talk you into doing anything you're not comfortable with. That should be every month, every day, but especially now with this Mars and Uranus, because Mars is action and energy. Uranus is a planet of surprises. It's also about evolution, revolution, and thinking outside the box and being your own person. So keep that in mind. World issues can come to the forefront under these aspects. More things coming up in the news that have been suppressed, that have been leaking out here and there, but that have been suppressed. Good decisions, etc., happening this cycle will likely shape global changes for the rest of government decisions, etc., happening in this cycle will likely shape global changes for the rest of the year. So this next 29, 30 days or so, not just in the USA, but in global governments like the WHO, for example, the WEF, the World Economic Forum. All these are going to be major players in terms of reshaping and restructuring some of the not laws, but mandates or processes that goes on in the world, basically. So, keep that in mind. Also, Mercury will sextile Pluto, which is a really amazing aspect for deep healing in the collective. So this is going to really aid deep personal purging and helping with the collective. This is the Great Purge. It leads into the Aquarian age or New Earth, whatever word you want to use. So there's also a lot of friendly lunar aspects that are overlapping this new moon, which is great, which will aid us in difficult decisions this month. So trust your intuition, trust your feeling. Virtually all of us will have important choices that will affect the next several years. So we have a lot to talk about. Anyway, go on to the next page here. So what else? Astrology. Venus goes into Pisces on the 11th. So Venus is happier in Pisces than it is in Aquarius. Although Aquarius isn't a bad sign for Venus, but it's a little bit too intellectual. Pisces are very emotional, very watery. So that's good. That happens right after the new moon. Venus, it's about, I don't know, every month or so it changes signs thereabouts. So that's not such a big deal. But planets, including Sun, but there's going to be 4 planets in the sign Pisces also. 6 if you include the sun and the moon right at the new moon. So very Pisces energy. Pisces is the subconscious, the inner self, our inner feelings, our belief systems, all that stuff. So a lot of that's going to come up, maybe come under fire to some degree during this process. The energy is really good for things like shadow integration work, which we talk about quite frequently. Meditation and spirituality with this Pisces energy, very good for that, very good for that type of work. But it's really about purging, cleansing, using water and stuff like that. All right, so there's a little bit of background, and Anna's saying Pisces is dreamy, right? Uh, it's and Michael's saying that if the WF and the WHO or humanity's in control, you will have nothing and be happy. No, I have to say it the right way. You will have nothing and you will be happy. Anyways, I don't think it's going to be all bad, but these are world players. Yeah, it's part of world government, whether we recognize it or not. In fact, the WHO has been given such power that they can override other countries if they feel there's a health threat on the world. So yeah, that happened during the pandemic, of course. So here are the top 5 things to know. Number 1, spiritual awakening, 20 degrees, 5th in a row, or 6th. I need to double check that. But I think it's the 5th 20 degree in a row. That's the Judgment card in tarot. That is in Chaldean numerology, that's the awakener. So very much about that. In Pisces, it's the subconscious. So this will really activate the subconscious. Now, if I didn't mention this earlier, which I should have at the very beginning, we're also going to do some divination cards as well near the end, and we have spiritual exercises that are tailor made, or I don't know if that's the right word, succinct with these energies as well. So sorry about that, Christine. I'm keeping a glance in your comments, and I'm keeping a glance on Michael's comments too. So this is really good energy for opening up your spiritual gifts as part of the awakening. Subconscious, dreamy, subconscious, lots of potential. We're 95% subconscious. So the idea of awakening is we make the subconscious conscious. We bring conscious awareness to the subconscious. One of the ways that you can do this is to be present. We talk about that all the time. Be the observer, and don't try to stop reacting to the world, but just step back and observe how you react to the world, your environment, other people, and stuff like that, and situations. Because then you start to get an idea of how you're subconsciously programmed, and from awareness, change can be born out of awareness. So, not the best lunar cycle for moving forward. Better for going inward. That's that Pisces energies. Of course, there will be days here and there where the energies are going to be go, go, go. But as a general 29-day cycle, it's really good for sealing things from the past, clearing the past, learning to be present. That's the best way to clear the past, is understanding to be present and to be in the moment and everything. And it's really good, again, for spiritual work, for awakening, yoga, all that stuff. Really, really good energy for that with all that Pisces. Not the best moving forward time. We will have a dynamic solar eclipse in the next new moon in the sign of Aries, which is very go, 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 go energy. And I think that's going to be at 19 degrees or 18 degrees of the sign. Anyways, so what else do we write? Of course. All right. So that's number 1 thing to know about that. Yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. So number 2, and this all kind of ties in. So all these 5 things to know are really interconnected. So number 2, shadow integration work. The Great Purge Grand Finale is coming in. We're going to, after this lunar cycle, not that everything, there's not lines or delineation, but we're going to start to transcend from this whole purging energy that we've been in into the next phase of it, which is more the awakening, or more the mass awakening. So really good for doing any kind of shadow work. We call it shadow integration, because the idea is to integrate the shadows and become whole again, rather than try to lose the shadows, because our shadows are just what's hidden. It's part of who we are. Part of it's programming. Part of it is patterns that get in the way of our happiness and well-being and health sometimes. So we want to integrate those and understand them, so that they can become parts of our power rather than things that are holding us back. Basically, So the 20 degrees Pisces, the universe will support you in clearing a lot of crap. And this is an unintentional plug, but it's a good time to do this. This coming Thursday on Zoom, I'm having a course called Clear the Crap. And that's going to involve, I'm going to teach different shadow integration exercises, as well as how to work with energy and frequency. We're going to do some channeling with the master teachers to augment that. So we're going to have a whole 2-hour workshop on how to clear things that are clogging up your, potentially clogging up your energy fields and compromising your life also. So again, it's going to be shadow work, learning how to work with energy, frequency, breath work, all that kind of stuff, and doing some work with frequency channeling. So anyway, Thursday, 7, this coming Thursday, what's that, the 14th, I believe. Also, we're going to start our weekly Thursday uploads again. We're going to start that back. So awakening the subconscious. So that's number 2. Number 3, again, these are all interconnected. Very similar theme here. Number 3 is deep transformational healing. And this new moon, it has a very karmic energy, so it's good for karmic healing because, again, Pisces is aligns with the 12th house. It's the 12th sign. It's the spiritual. It's recognizing that we're spirits. We have human bodies. We're in human experiences, but we are spirit, and we also have souls, the vehicles that our spirits travel through different lifetimes and different dimensions. So karma is just lessons, things that we accumulate in other lifetimes that we have to learn in this lifetime. So this new moon energy is going to aid and embed that. Deep transformational healing, and this leads up to a lunar eclipse at 5 degrees, which is Mercury rule, which is the healing degree point of the sign Libra, which is balance, and it's the scales. So scales is also symbolic of karma too. So that heals relationships with yourself and others. Heal the relationship with yourself first, and it's going to be much easier to heal the relationships for others. For example, do you have negative self-talk, or do you have a lot of guilt and shame over things, or a lot of built up anger or frustration with yourself? Basically, we want to heal the relationship with ourselves. Ideally, we want to love ourselves, and then we become more that vibration of love. So I can barely read my own writing. I do notes, but I can barely read it. So there, I can't even. This moon, okay, this moon it's going deeper than you've ever gone before. So the energy of this moon is going to take you deeper, a lot of you deeper than you've ever gone before, and because it's Libra, well, this is going into the eclipse, but healing and balance, things deeper than you've gone before. Okay, I don't know what I was trying to write, but I think you guys get the idea. So this is a good lunar cycle to really work on deep healing, deep cleansing, deep clearing, all that stuff. It is part of the Great Purge, and we're here to heal, and this is going to help to aid and embed that. Point number 4, fourth thing to know: the world gets undone. And this energy with the lunar eclipse of 5 degrees Libra, societies as we know it is going to take several hits. Now, it may not all happen in this 29-day cycle, but between now and the next 6 months, definitely a lot of hits. It brings hidden agendas to the surface because Pisces is the subconscious. It's what's hidden. 20 degrees is the awakening. It's the refining test of fire. So it's really going to bring those dark agendas to light more than it's happened before. It's been a theme over the last few years. Many of these broadcasts on full and new moons, I've said similar things. It's just getting stronger now, and it's just the tables are getting ready to turn. So rather than things coming out in drips and drabs, we may get some real bombshells going up. Literally I wrote down, literally blows things up. The weather and geocentric volcanic activity likely to be very high. Russia or Ukraine or both takes a big hit. Changes in the structure of war. There are aspects that favor diplomacy, but the main energy is digging deeper to eradicate all the corruption And I love the word eradicate for this because it literally means pulling a plant out from its roots, basically. So that's what's needed to eradicate all the corruption in the world. So that's number 4. Excuse me. Number 5, all new beginnings. Like all new moons are good for new beginnings. Now, this being Pisces in the last sign, it kind of softens that a little bit. So sometimes new beginnings come from clearing the old, but still, what intentions you want to set? It's especially good for your more spiritual intentions or more intentions like who are you going to be? How are you going to upgrade like your energy, your personality, become the 2.0 version of yourself, and all that kind of stuff. So love and health and are highlighted also with this. So romantic stuff is very highlighted in these new beginnings. Again, a lot of this through the clearing, your own health and well-being. So if there's health related stuff, this is a good time to really work on that. And sometimes just every day, several times a day, visualizing perfect health and convincing your subconscious mind that you're healthy, even if you have physical problems, tends to help the immune system or your natural healing systems, especially the higher aspects of which are dormant in most people to kick in. And I've done this for several different conditions, and it's definitely worked for me. And all right, I'm sorry missing all of your comments. So that's basically that. So excuse me, I need more water. All right. So we have a few spiritual exercises to talk about. I got some divination cards, and then we're going to be good to go for today. So focus on cleansing and clearing. So whatever you do as spiritual exercises, focus on that. They gave me something that I'm going to actually do because I haven't really done this way. And in my mind, when I was getting the channeled information, they were calling it the chakra wash. Basically, what you do is you just visualize a lot of beautiful blue-green, a lot of blue-green water, blue or green or both water, and just kind of see the water just slowly starting to flow through into your crown chakra and washing it clean, and then seeing it flowing downward into your third eye. The chakras really are more down the center line. The front of our chakras are more in the front, but we also have backs. But anyway, and as that's happening, and then you go down to the throat and just feel the water in your mind, see it, feel it, just washing, cleansing, and then down through your heart and your solar plexus, sacral chakra, into your root, into your feet, and into the earth. So see that water from above, and then slowly and give each chakra a good wash, along with all the minor chakras that are around your body, as well as the meridian system that exists within the body and in the aura. And you can use this for physical health. See, I'm getting information as I'm talking. You can use this for your own physical health also. So you can use this concept of the chakra wash to wash away any imbalances in the body and the emotional body, because the emotional body's element is water also. So this can really cleanse stuck emotions. And we get stuck emotions for a lot of different reasons. The more we can be present, the more fluid we are with energy, and the easier it is to clear stuck energies and blocked emotions. So anything in spirituality all comes down to presence, and presence is developed through meditation practice. So that's basically that. And that was really the only new exercise they gave us. Keep doing your heart-brain coherence. That's just something to do all the time. Go out into nature and feel the flows. You can charge your water also because it's Pisces energy, so it's very watery energy. It's Neptunian. Neptune can be very nebulous, but it's very good also for higher mind, for intuition and stuff like that. So sometimes it's okay to be a little bit nebulous, but you can kind of just feel this water just kind of washing, clearing all this kind of stuff away, learning how to charge your bath water or shower, whatever it is. You put your hand over, feel the flow, feel energy. if you don't feel that yet, just imagine that you are feeling it, and over time you'll develop that. There's always energy flowing through us, and if I'm distracted, I won't be aware of it. But as long as I'm not distracted, I always feel energy flowing through my body. It's like a constant, and so the idea is to work a lot with water, charging your water, drinking water for healing, and a lot of energy on healing too. So that's basically that. Now I have 3 different choices. Well, the first one, I've been working with this divine abundance card for a while. I'm just looking at your comments for a second on the book. Press the like button. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you guys want to press the like button, that would be awesome. And since I'm on the note, see, tomorrow night, 8 p.m., not 7, but 8 p.m. like tonight, Heather Isar and I are going to do some transmissions to help you to clear and help you to awaken and help to move energy for healing and for empowerment also. So that's happening then. And then Thursday is the Clear All the Crap workshop. And I know there's a couple of other things going on. Yes. We have one more week until the price of the August 2nd to 4th retreat goes up. So if you're interested, leave us $100 deposit. I'll have all the information on the pinned comments, and then you get the lower price. It'll be $400, including room and board before, and then $450 afterwards. That's the early bird special. So I knew there was something else I wanted to mention. And of course, again, tarot time will be 12 o'clock Sunday, not 11, to make up for the fact that I'm doing a 4-hour party up in the capital region. Then I'm driving home. Then I'm doing the transmission with Heather, and we lose an hour of sleep. So it's kind of like, you know what? Let's just start at 12. All right. So anyway, back to divination cards. This is the Divine Abundance deck. Yeah, we are getting a lot of healing support. Yeah. And I'm sorry. I think that a lot of you are responding to Christina. Thank you for working with that and being a community that's supporting each other. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, I couldn't really have asked for more. When I was going to go on YouTube and build a community, I had no idea that such an amazing group of people would be attracted to this. So thank you. 4-hour party sounds like fun. Well, I'm going to be doing 4 hours of mediumship work, which when I do private, I don't do any more than 3 a day. So it's kind of taxing me. But the message from this, it says outrageous openness. And there's a little affirmation here, and I'll show you the card in a second. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. So I think this is something that I didn't speak on. That's why I like to do the divination cards, because it gives me messages that maybe I didn't pick up earlier. So the idea is to be open. When you work with the water technique, you can also kind of work with, as you clear stuck energies, cogs and blocks, you open up more to greater energy and greater flow. And that's really good for your health and well-being, including your emotional health. A lot of this Pisces moon energy is about emotional health and well-being. When you feel crappy emotionally, express it in some way. Try not to hold on to it. Don't feel guilty or shameful if you're having negative emotions or anger. Let it out. And then when I do that myself, and sure enough, within an hour or two, I'm doing a Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I was frustrated. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. That's one version of the Ho'oponopono prayer. And that's what the card looks like. This looks like a beautiful water lotus, here, I want to say, of many petals. It's pink. Pink is the heart. It's love. It's attraction. So that's the message from here. Good evening, Millie. And anybody that jumped on late, you know the drill. Once we were done, you can go right back to the beginning. Let's do our Divine Masters Oracle deck. This is one of Kyle Gray's amazing, ingenious divination decks. that he created. See, I read Age of the North Node out. Well, the North Node is where in Aries now, right? So, and that means the South Node's in Libra. So when we come into Aries season or close to it, we have eclipses because when we're in node season, that means that the moon's following the ecliptic of the sun. So the South Node is when when it hits the sun's elliptical orbit from the south, and the North Node when it hits it from the north. If you want any technical, what the lunar nodes mean, but so wherever the nodes are, that's where the eclipse season is going to be. So the next eclipse season, not surprisingly, is going to be around September, October when the sun's in Libra. Right now, this next one's going to happen when the sun's in Aries. All right, so found my card. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, Kali Ma. I love Kali Ma. One of my favorite deities. I was actually in my one of my initiations in the 90s. Kali's the one that initiated me, which says a few things. Well, I've always been the warrior, but anyway, cut the cords to dramas, fears, limitations. So Kali Maza, what is the slayer of demons? She's a triple goddess of the Vedic tradition. So she can come in different forms, and she's the one that dances with Shiva, right? If Huda is still in, he knows a great deal about things like that. Being a yoga aficionado, basically. So Kalima, divine severance. So again, part of the cleansing and clearing and purging is severing what you don't need anymore. It's also a good moon for any habits, addictions, patterns, and that goes in with the shadow integration. So that goes in with point number 2. And she's a warrior. She's one of her depictions is she's got the heads of demons and the sword. So she's basically a slayer of demons. So for anybody that needs that help, call on Kali. She's a loving but can be a harsh energy, I want to say. So that's that. And Anna saying Kalima sounds amazing, yeah. And then Namaha, yeah. Thank you, Huda, yeah. He can then garnish his. Oh, okay. You guys are off on a conversation, yeah. So, it sounds a little bit like one of the readings I had today. None of my readings were simple today. There was a lot that needed to be talking about. And last but not least, the frequency of this new moon, according to the sacred geometry deck. Here we go. Guide me the right card. Found it. This is this one. Let's see if you get another repeat. Well, we've gotten discernment before, but not for a while. Discernment may be a good idea. It's like what happens when we start to purge negativity. It's like kind of like it becomes almost like an energetic field that can attract more negativity. There's a lot of reasons for that, but suffice it to say, the universe tests us, and as we're releasing, and we're not fully in that, we become magnetic to more tests, as it were, and also that 20 degrees, that's the refining test of fire. So discernment on who you interact with, what teachers you work with, because there's a lot of when it comes to spiritual teachers, some are much more authentic than others. Some are programmed and are more links in the chain of the mass programming. Some of them will try to energetically trick you. Like you can be in somebody's presence and they can do things with their energetic field to make you feel like there's some amazing person that you're attracted to, but meanwhile it's more occult power than spiritual power. as it were. So be discerning with all that stuff. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. And you can get more just by gazing in the center and just allowing yourself to connect with the energy of this the shape and this sacred geometry. So be discerning, be in your power, work with water. This is the final step of a great process of purging. For many of us and for the earth herself, it's thousands of years of karma, negativity, corruption, entrapment, capturing. And a lot of us are and I think on the thread, on the thread, as you guys are talking about what's going on with one or two of our community members, a lot of times when there's that purging energy, those that we're trying to purge don't give up easily. So we have to just stay the course, and the negativity will drop off. The idea is to be in your heart, shine the light of spirit through your heart, this light of awareness into your shadow aspects, so they're no longer shadows. Your conscious can meet your subconscious. You can work through these things and integrate the shadows and become complete. And get ready for the spring, which is going to be very action packed. As we hit Aries season and beyond, lots is going to change in the world. I mean, some good, some challenging, but it's all going to come to a good place. And that's basically that. So that is what I have for you. Again, tomorrow at 8. You can always catch all of the stuff as a replay. It has the same power. We're going to do the new moon transmissions for you. And Jaima, hi, Gamey with Ara, and anybody else that studies yoga or is from India and understands that culture. Jai Kalima, yes, thank you, Gaming with Arya. All right, I think we're good. I know there's something I wanted to say and I can't think of it, so I'll remember as soon as we leave, and then I'll be like, darn it, I'll have to mention it tomorrow. All right, I think we're done. All right, thank you, everybody. See you later. Lots of love.